The Saglemi Housing Project stands as one of Ghana's most ambitious housing initiatives, an endeavor conceived with the noble aim of addressing the nation's housing deficit by providing thousands of affordable homes. However, its journey from vision to reality has been anything but smooth. After years of controversy, delays, vandalism, and neglect, the project is finally poised for a revival, breathing new hope into the people of Ghana. At the center of this new chapter is the Quarm-LMI Consortium, the selected developer tasked with completing the project's 1,506 housing units, marking a pivotal moment in a saga that began over a decade ago. Quick reminder for those who haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so to stay updated on such insightful content and help us reach our goal of 30,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Your support means a lot. The dream of Saglemi first took shape in 2012 with plans to construct 5,000 affordable housing units to cater to Ghana's growing urban population, especially salaried employees and workers. The initiative, launched by the government, promised to provide an affordable alternative to the rising cost of housing. But like many grand ambitions, the project was not without its setbacks. Legal entanglements, budgetary mismanagement, and administrative complications forced the government to scale down the project, slashing its target to just 1,506 units. Even this reduced scope proved challenging. Construction eventually came to a halt, and the unfinished housing units stood idle, silent, decaying reminders of what might have been. Over time, the skeletal remains of the Saglemi structures became targets for vandalism and theft. Materials were stolen, windows shattered, and electrical systems stripped. The project's abandonment deepened public frustration. What had once been a symbol of hope became an emblem of mismanagement and government failure, casting a long shadow over successive administrations. Ghanaians grew skeptical, questioning whether the housing units would ever be completed and whether the vision that Saglemi once promised would ever come to fruition. But despite the setbacks, the government remained resolute in its search for a solution, and today it seems that persistence is finally paying off. On October 18, 2024, the Ministry of Works and Housing announced that a new chapter was about to begin for Saglemi. After extensive negotiations and consultations with key stakeholders, the government confirmed that the Quarm-LMI Consortium had been selected as the preferred developer to take over the project. This marked the culmination of a rigorous process involving several government bodies, including the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Finance, and Deloitte. The technical expertise of the Ghana Institute of Surveyors was also brought in to ensure a thorough evaluation. The selection of Quarm-LMI Consortium represents not just the choice of a developer, but a commitment to finally completing the housing units and restoring public faith in the project. The story of the consortium itself is a compelling one. Quarm-LMI is a partnership that combines the expertise of two powerful entities. LMI brings with it years of experience in industrial park development and real estate, while Quarm contributes deep knowledge in logistics, utilities, and finance. Together, their combined strengths position them well to breathe new life into the Saglemi project. Their selection is no coincidence. It reflects the government's desire for a partner capable of managing both the financial and logistical complexities that have plagued the project from the beginning. It is important to note that the Saglemi Housing Project has not been sold to the Quarm-LMI Consortium. The Ministry of Works and Housing was quick to clarify this point, perhaps mindful of the concerns that often accompany the involvement of private developers in public projects. Instead, the consortium has been brought on board to finance and complete the construction of the housing units. Upon completion, both the government and the developer will recover their investments through the sale of the units to the public. This arrangement, the ministry insists, ensures that the project remains a public good aligned with its original mission to provide affordable housing to Ghana's workforce. The negotiations leading to this decision were not without competition. Brole Ghana Limited, another formidable player, had also been shortlisted for the project. Brole Ghana, a joint venture involving major Ghanaian institutions like the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SSNIT, and SIC Insurance plc, along with Brole Property Group from South Africa, brought significant expertise to the table. But in the end, it was Quarm-LMI's proposal that won the government's confidence. With the deal now sealed, the consortium is expected to move swiftly to complete the 1,506 units and bring them to market. The announcement of Quarm-LMI's selection has rekindled hope among many Ghanaians, especially those who have followed the project's troubled history with a mixture of frustration and skepticism. Minister for Works and Housing Kojo Opong Nkrumah expressed optimism about the project's future, calling it a significant step forward. "We are confident," Nkrumah stated, "that the completion of the project will serve the people and help address Ghana's housing deficit." His words reflect the government's renewed sense of purpose and determination to see the project through to its conclusion. For Ghana, the completion of the Saglemi Housing Project means more than just 1,506 new homes. It represents a triumph over a decade of challenges and setbacks. It symbolizes a turning point in the nation's efforts to address its chronic housing deficit, a problem that has long plagued urban centers, leaving many workers struggling to afford decent accommodation. The government's emphasis on selling the units to salaried employees and workers' unions speaks to its commitment to making housing accessible to those who need it most. As the Saglemi project inches closer to completion, the road ahead is still not without obstacles. Construction on the partially built structures must be restarted, security must be tightened to prevent further vandalism, and the financing arrangements between the government and the consortium must be carefully managed to ensure both parties recover their investments. But for the first time in years, there is a sense of forward momentum. The once abandoned buildings will soon be transformed into homes, filled with families and individuals who will live out the dream that Saglemi originally promised. The Ministry of Works and Housing has pledged to keep the public informed as the project progresses, signaling a desire for transparency and accountability, two elements that were sorely missing during the project's earlier phases. With Quarm-LMI Consortium now at the helm, there is cautious optimism that the Saglemi Housing Project will finally deliver on its promise. The revival of Saglemi is not just about bricks and mortar. It is about restoring faith in public projects and demonstrating that even when grand ambitions are delayed, they need not be abandoned. It is a story of persistence, partnership, and the belief that housing is not just a commodity, but a fundamental human need. And as the construction cranes return to the Saglemi site, the people of Ghana can once again dare to hope that the dream of affordable housing is within reach, this time not as an elusive promise, but as a tangible reality ready to welcome them home.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? Then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.